Hi, I'm David Norris, and I'm serving up the perfect podcast, Pompey Platter with Russ, Daz and Haz. Play up, Pompey!
Pompey scores! A magnificent goal! That's just wonderful from Josh Murphy! Shaughnessy, great saving! Shaughnessy at the near post! Chance for Colby Bishop over the goalkeeper, off the post and into the back of the net! Colby Bishop! Lang's got his fourth! A fourth for Callum Lang!
Hello and welcome to Season 2, Episode 2 of the Pompey Patter podcast. I'm Darren from Winchester and I'm joined by I'm joined by two gentlemen that didn't make John laugh on Monday. It's Haz and Russ. How you doing, boys? You right?
Yeah, all good, all good. Well, how do you know I haven't made him laugh? I met him in the shop once for a good 10 minutes.
I can tell. I can just tell. Not the way he laughed at me.
At you, yeah.
With me, at me. It's fine. I ain't got a problem with that. As long as he laughs, I ain't got a problem.
Look at that bald bloke.
Balding. We're all good though, boys, yeah?
Yeah, all good. Looking forward to it. We're almost on the eve of it, aren't we? So
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
We're at the moment we're at the Linvoy Primer stage, so we're nearly there. So
Happy Limboy.
exactly, happy Linvoy Day. So the plan for tonight is we will be first of all doing the Oxford United preview, then moving on to the Reading preview, who we play on the Tuesday in the Carabao League Cup, Johnson Paint, Worthington, whatever it's called nowadays. Then moving on to Russ's segment, which is Taskmaster. I'm going to debut my new segment, which is a quick fire blind rankings.
That's a tongue twister, Daz. You better say that right.
It was, I got it fine. And then we will move on to Harry's Who Am I? And then we'll have any other business. So we are officially 2 days from the start of our season. Obviously, we know Ipswich play tomorrow against Birmingham, I believe. But for us, it's Saturday. It's Oxford United away. Russ, let's start with you, shall we? So, what's your feelings on the game, or are we going with Haz and doing his stat attack?
Yeah, do has his stats.
Go on, Haz. Give us your stat attacks.
Has his stats. I literally haven't got it ready.
Oh, for God's sake.
He's been thrown off for me turning up on time. That's why.
No, what we'll do is I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll start with Luke from the Detox, which is an Oxford United podcast, and he will be able to give you the down low of how they've been going and how he's feeling.
Hey, it's Luke from the Detox. Thank you very much for having me on the Pompey Platter to give a quick breakdown of the pre-season, some of the recruitment, and maybe a quick prediction of the Portsmouth game on the weekend. I don't know if you would have seen, but we started our pre-season with a trip to Indonesia, which off the pitch on the commercial side of the game was very successful. On it, however, was a bit of a nightmare. The pitches were bad. There wasn't enough time to really get settled anywhere. A lot of travelling, a lot of commercial work, visiting schools and other projects as well. And we've sort of come back from that tour a week behind our pre-season schedule, having to cancel games and with a fair few injuries as well. So it isn't ideal, but it did pick up to the last two games in pre-season against the Spanish sides we played, Leganes and Malaga. Especially the Malaga game, it's the most complete performance so far. 3-0, looking very comfortable. And some of the new players looking like some real quality additions. Brody Spencer and De Kirschmacher being the main two that we've seen so far. De Kirschmacher looks a standard above anyone we've had at Oxford United for a long while, and that's playing in the midfield next to Cam Brannigan. So, yeah, early signs are very good. If he can show that quality throughout a 46-game season, we've got a hell of a player on our hands. Unfortunately, we've added Luke Harris, who's got injured, and he seems to be out for a considerable amount of time. We signed Nick Prelic from the Serie A after 2 loan moves in the Austrian division, where he actually, funnily enough, got compared to Colby Bishop, a big physical striker that brings others into play and a bit of a threat around the box as well. If he's anywhere near the standard of Colby Bishop, I'll be absolutely over the moon, because I think he is a fabulous target man, a proper old school striker who I'd love to have at Oxford United, but unfortunately he's very well settled with you boys on the coast. And we've also added Lancashire as well on loan from Spurs. Very, very highly rated. Didn't quite work out on his loan move to West Brom last season, but even their fans said that he looks like he has something about him. So hopefully his second loan will be a lot better than his first one. And I think maybe some of the players that we still have from last season, you boys have got to look out for, is from set pieces. Michael Hellick, he scored 5 goals since coming in January. He was our second highest scorer for a centre half. That's not too bad going at all, is it? And then probably you're looking at the likes of Tyler Goodrum or Siriki Dembele. Obviously a player who had a massive ceiling at one point and expected really big things when he got that move to the Premier League. It hasn't quite worked out for him here yet, but there are glimpses that we are getting that quality player that we thought we were when we originally signed him. When it comes to looking at you boys and what you have to offer, I'm a little bit worried, if I'm honest, because although Bishop might be injured, it might be a few games being played. You got that boy Josh Murphy, who we all know very well. There's no doubt he will score in this game as well. Just to rub salt into the wound, I really like the recruitment you've done in the middle of the pitch with the Hungarian. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name, and LaRue as well. I think that centre midfield was something you really needed to improve on going into this season, and you've picked your targets, you picked them well, and they look like really good assets. Another frustrating layer for me is my granddad is a Pompey fan, so this is a game that we always look out for as soon as the fixtures come out, and it's one that we like to take the bragging rights over. So when it comes to my prediction, I simply have to say Oxford United will win. I cannot even put it out there that we might draw or, dare I say, lose. At home, I think we will have a small advantage. We always seem to be up for it for that first home game of the season as well. So even though we are missing players, I think players like Brannigan, Hellick, Tyler Goodrum, Mark Harris, they will all be up for this one. And maybe if this was mid-season, I'd say 1-1, but I'm going to say we're going to nick it. I'm going to go 2-1 Oxford United, with Michael Hellick, Cameron Brannigan being the goal scorers for us, and then Josh Murphy getting on the score sheet for you boys. I wish you all the best for the season, just not in this game right now. And yeah, thank you for having me on.
There we go. So that was Luke from the Detox podcast, which is an Oxford fan podcast. So they've got a few players in. Obviously, Schmierschmacher, I can't say his name. He said it right, though. We'll just call him D, because that's the beginning of it. Like, he didn't want to say Kosnovsky. Daz calls him Mark. So he was their big money signing. I think they spent over £5 million on him. So the fact that he's, as Luke said, the fact that he's impressing more than Brannigan. Brannigan's been their kind of their stalwart and their superstar for the last few years, bar Murphy. So for him to be outshining Brannigan is a good worry for us. But yeah, what did you think of what Luke had to say, Daz?
To be honest, I listened to not the Top 20 podcast, and from what I got from one of the guys there who supports Oxford, it was quite similar to what the lad was. Is it Luke? Sorry,
Luke, yeah.
Luke. Yeah, from what Luke was saying. Obviously, it sounds like their pre-season tour was a bit of a nightmare. So it shows you that it's not always good to go abroad. Well, go to those sort of parts of the world for pre-season. It's not always the best because you never know what sort of facilities you're going to get in certain areas of the world. But yeah, I've heard good things about the black lad who's going to play alongside Cameron Brannigan. I know again, I'm not going to pronounce that lad's name, but yeah, he's meant to be pretty mustard. So definitely a player I think we're going to have to look out for. And because I thought all the other signings they made were okay, but I don't think they were like pulling up any trees. So obviously he's going to be the main man to look after, and then him alongside Callum Brannigan, but just Brannigan. if they hit it off, obviously they could cause us quite a few issues. But yeah, he didn't say anything that I didn't really kind of know. Again, that's mainly down to like listening to other podcasts with Oxford fans on it. So I think we will be playing them at a good time. I'm happy we've got them start the season. Obviously, would have preferred a home game, but there we are. It's the way the season and the fixtures have played out. But I'm relatively confident going into Saturday. What about you, Russ?
Yeah, the second tier podcast put them in the relegation zone, didn't they, as well?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
which was a surprise. I think they'd be all right, only just because I just think of the Sheffield Wednesday and the whole situation. Otherwise, I probably would have had them in my bottom three. I have no idea about this player that you all are talking about. I ain't gonna lie. Just have to wait and see on Saturday if he's any good. We all know what pre-season's like. Look at Gas Academy, for example. Looks a world beater. Where's he now? I have no idea.
Is that going to be the same for Sedicic then?
Could be. Yeah, it could be.
Hasn't Hadame signed for Bolton or someone?
No idea.
I know he signed for another League One club.
Best team in League One?
Well, he's best team in League One, and clearly he's just met the best agent in the world. He keeps getting him jobs.
Yeah, but I personally, I'm quite confident about Saturday, with or without Bishop.
Oh, Bishop's going to start, isn't he? Come on, he'll be there.
And he will. And if he does, then I'm even like take it to the bank. I'll be shocked if we don't come home with 3 points unless we get like robbed by the ref or something.
I would love to I just would love to see Waddingham start though. In a way, just to see what he's going to be like in league action. Obviously, against Zwolle, he started off slowly. He kind of got a bit bullied in the first half, but then
he had a good second, didn't he?
He had a much better, much more improved second half. He got used to it more. He kind of got himself about a bit more, and said, I'm here. I'm not going to let you bully me. And was again part of some lovely movement for his goal. It was a lovely run from Bianchini, and it was a good ball, and it was a good bit of off the cuff play by Waddingham to get his weak foot up high and flick it in. So as much as we will miss Bishop, I think Waddingham, he's got talent, and we need to see him in the Championship sooner rather than later. So
yeah, and go on, sorry, mate.
No, go on.
I was just going to say that I think the difference with not having, because obviously we didn't have Bishop at the start of last season. I think the difference is this season, especially the start of the season, is the players that we will have around Waddingham anyway. Like we will go into, if you look at our squad and our starting 11 of Oxford on Saturday and compare that to Leeds away, it's absolute night and day. So I think even though obviously we'd all prefer Bishop to start, clearly, but I'm actually comfortable with Waddingham starting because of what we have around him. He won't have as much pressure on him to make something happen. He'll have the likes of Segazic, Lang, Murphy, like players that will like take that off of him. And if Waddingham can be more of like just a number 9, I think that's where they'll want to play him, like more just staying high and letting everything else happen around him and just be that player in the box, because he looks like that sort of instinctive kind of striker where if he hasn't got a lot of time to think, that's when he's best. And I think the first half of the friendly the other day, I think the reason he looked like he did in the first half was kind of down to the way we played. You could tell when Messino got into him at half time, the way we came out, everyone looked better. And I don't think anyone particularly had a great game for the first half of that friendly. And I think once Messino just like moved a few things about and stuff like that, we looked a lot better in that second half.
Yeah. I can't remember nothing of that first half, but it was it was sitting there like almost like, well, this is clearly a friendly. Where the second half I actually really enjoyed. I thought we should have scored more goals. I thought the goalie played well. I thought we were lucky with some chances. And it got me pumped and ready because you could just see like Segasic looked class. Murphy was on it. I liked him as a captain as well. I don't know I don't know if the cameras would have picked up with Daz watching it, but as you were there, like I was. Did you notice there was a bit right near the end of the first half where Waddingham didn't press and Murphy absolutely bollocked him?
Oh, did he?
No, I didn't notice that. No.
He absolutely bollocked him. Went mad at him for not pressing because Murphy had to do his press for him.
That's good. That's good. I like that though. That's because I think what Murphy and that because obviously Murphy's very experienced. He'll understand that Waddingham needs that rocket up his arse because he's a young lad. And once you sort of focus players like that and focus their minds, that will become second nature to him. I think personally.
Yeah, it takes time to get used to a way of playing in a new league in a new country. You know what I mean, like I've seen enough of Waddingham to know there's a player there. You just have to hope it comes out. And the only way when people are like desperate for, we need a striker for Saturday. We need a striker for Saturday. Like anyone would think Bishop was out for the season. The way people are going on, he might even play Saturday. I'll never trust Messino and what he says with injuries. We've had 2 years of it now.
He also said we weren't going to sign anyone before Oxford, and look what we're waiting for.
The cheeky monkey. That's what he is.
Exactly.
Very, very cheeky monkey. But yeah, and it's so do you think pretty much the 11? Do you reckon you could write it out now, and looking at how we set up on Saturday?
I bet we all picked the same 11. Sorry about him.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty much the 11 that started against Wall, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I agree. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I don't really see. I think in your final pre-season game, you normally start as close to your starting 11 as possible. The only one would be Bishop to Waddingham if he's fit or when he becomes fit. Other than that, not yet. But maybe you have LaRue instead of Pack at some point. But I don't think that will be yet. LaRue needs some time to bed in and get used to the English game. I don't think you can throw him in to start straight away. Pack's got multiple qualities that he's showed us in this game that he's still able to do it at this level. He won't be able to do it for 46 games for 90 minutes.
Pat didn't start though, did he?
No, I can't. Who was it? It was Swift and Dazelle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But even so, I think you can't. I think you might see Pack start just because it's the opening game.
No, I think Swift. I think it would be the 11 unless Bishop's there.
I don't. But I don't think Swift's that. I don't think Swift's the right player to have that deep.
Well, that's the thing. I thought when he came here, and obviously the debate was about whether he's going to be a 10 or a winger and stuff like that. Obviously, I think he made it quite clear that he didn't really want to play on the wings from him mentioning his speed. I always felt that he might drop in there because of obviously of his age and things like that. Players will want to tend to drop in a little bit more.
I think Segasic has fucked everything up. What the original plan was, in a good way, not in a bad.
Yeah.
I just think we've gone, oh my God, what we brought. There was such a buzz. I don't know if you felt it has. Every time he had the ball, there was a buzz. It was, people talking around him. My dad turned to me and said, how the fuck did we get in? Do you know what I mean?
I'll be astounded if he's here this time next year.
Yeah, I know that's daft after a friendly, but it's just sometimes when you see something in a player straight away, you're sold. He was the only one that looked good in the first half.
Yeah.
Well, I said on the WhatsApp group, didn't I? That I said he reminds me of Chaplin, and then a few people said it afterwards. I think the commentator said it as well because it wasn't Andrew Moon.
Chaplin doing.
Sorry, mate.
He's a better version of Chaplin.
Yeah, well, I mean, because obviously at Chaplin's age, I don't think he was anywhere near that sort of standard, was he? And Russ, do you think Segasic could be a match winner on Saturday? Do you think he has the potential to do that? Because I mean, as we said, he's played in friendlies, but to play your first competitive championship game he's been playing in Australia. Do you think he can take that momentum into that one?
I honestly think he wasn't brought in for the first 11 now, and it's now like, how do you not play him? Which is then caused the issue of where do you play Lang? I didn't necessarily like Lang on the right wing, but then at the same time he kind of looked dangerous on the right. It was a really weird one. It was like he was quiet, but you probably could have scored a hat trick, really.
Do you think we could swap them? I know they're basic. I know you can kind of they're interchangeable, which is great because they can swap. But it'd be interesting to see Sedicic on the right with Lang as the 10.
I think maybe away from home it makes sense to have Lang as your cam 10, whatever you want to call it. Maybe at home when you're trying to be a bit more like, he was what we need. Like, I felt like Segasic is what we were missing, and what we hoped Oshish brought in was just that quick feet, quick brain, creative, but also dangerous himself. Like, a couple of times it looked like he lost the ball and still somehow pulled out of a pass, and you're like, how the fuck did he do that? He's just, in my opinion, I don't think he was meant to be this close to the first team as when we brought him.
And the thing is, with Lang, like, I don't know if this is going to make much sense or not, but let's say anyway. Like, Lang doesn't remind me of like a proper number 10, if you know what I mean. He kind of reminds me of a 10/9, where, because
he reminds me of Gareth Evans, sort of 10.
Yeah, exactly. Where Segasic is that sort of Gary Roberts, I guess, the actual player that links everything. That, like, Lang seems to be the sort of number 10 that wants to get involved in everything, the press and everything like that, where Segasic looks like he maybe wants to be that link more with the ball between the midfield and striker.
That's for me. Let's say Bishop is unfit. We take him at face value. It's who plays right wing, who plays cam, because you have to play Segasic at the moment, and you can't drop Lang. No. Do you know what I mean? So it's that's your only headache. I think the rest of the team picks itself.
Yeah, but and that's the thing. I would like to think that, like, the likes of Segasic and Lang and even Murphy can rotate, because I mean that. I think I said this to you guys a little while ago, that always used to be a thing where the two wingers would swap every like 10, 15 minutes, just to give the fullback something else to think about. But you don't really tend to get that unless there's a change. I suppose we'll have a little one more question before we maybe look into the old score predictions. Do you think there's any room for Biachini? Do you think that could be someone that comes in after his little showing on Saturday?
Not yet, simply because right now, as Russ said, you can't drop either Sedicic or Lang. It's just not. I don't think you can. And actually, Bianchini actually made more of an impact from the left, and you're not going to be dropping Murphy either. So he's going to be a good player to have there as your winger alongside Yang Min Hyuk. Whether he's in and registered in time for Saturday, you'd imagine he would be. You've got two more wingers that have got more pace and more like trickery as such as well. So even if you don't start them and you go with Murphy, Sedicic and Lang in whatever order, in whatever position, you've got much better options, players that have championship experience going into yours this season compared to last year. You've got more options available to make more of an impact.
Yeah, and that's the thing for us. I think, like, you'll get that thing where people will moan about certain players being left out, but that is what we've been like yearning for seasons, to have the actual squad depth. And I think we're really close to that now. Obviously, I think we still need a couple more bodies in, but if you actually look at the sort of quality of players we have for each position now, like, you're kind of happy no matter who's playing, because that's the kind of situation you want to be in. And I'm glad we're actually close to being there. It's been quite a while. Obviously at League One and stuff like that, we've been up there every now and again, but it's Championship is a different standard. And so, I'm glad we're there relatively soon. Boys, do you want to move into score predictions, and we'll start off our little mini league where I'll probably finish bottom again? Russ, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Go on then.
I'm going to go for a 3-1 Josh Murphy Pompey win.
Oh, I should have gone first.
You can never go first.
Not the scoreline, not because of the scoreline, it's because of the person. I can't believe you've done that to me. Go on, Haz.
You go next, Daz, because I need to go for the same of what I said in my preview to Luke, and I can't remember. So give me 2 secs.
Right, okay. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling positive. Whether or not the game will play out like that, first game of the season, you just never know. Like anything can really happen. But I think we're in a good place. I know Oxford had a good couple of friendlies after their tour, but I think after last season, I think we've really built something. I think we'll be all right. I was swaying between 2-1 and 2-0, mainly because obviously I'm guessing our centre back pairing will be Regan Paul and Shocknessy, and obviously competitively they haven't played together for quite a while. So I'm going to go 2-1 Pompey, and I'm going to go Segatic to score.
Okay,
Has
so
found out.
I found my prediction.
Lovely.
I went for a 3-1 win, and
Nice.
both goal scorers I named, you've both taken.
Oh no.
So I'm
Yeah.
stuck now.
So what? One of them was going to score 2 then?
Yeah, I put Sejic to get a brace.
Oh. We have to think another one then. Because as I finished bottom last season, I'm taking no prisoners. So
That's because you're shit. That's why. I'll go
yeah,
I'll go for a Swifty.
Swift one,
Swifty.
lovely. So 3-1, and then Swift to score. Yeah,
Yeah, why not?
lovely. Right, we're ready to move on to our Reading preview.
like I've got that ready.
Have you actually got that ready?
No, I haven't
No.
done that. It's for Carabao Cup. Who gives a shit?
All right, lovely. Well, on Tuesday I'll be in Sorrento at that point, so I don't know whether I'll be able to watch it or not, but I'll be sunning my balding head there while we play Pompey B team at home at Fratton Park in the Carabao Cup. Has what's your feelings on the game? Are you bothered if we go out?
Not really. It'll be a chance for, I would imagine, basically a kind of a second string team compared to whatever team we play on Saturday. I would imagine you would probably see 8 or 9 changes, maybe, just to give the likes of Yang Min Hyuk when he's announced, Bianchini, Leroux, Kosnovsky, Swanson, Devlin, Farrell, Matthews, giving those guys who are one step behind in the pecking order, giving them a chance to have a go and prove that they should then potentially be in the squad for the Norwich game. So it doesn't really bother me about whether if we go through, lovely, we go through to another round. But if we go out, I really don't mind. It's about getting more minutes and building up momentum and getting those other players to keep ticking over. So if we do have any injuries, that they're ready rather than being kind of like a bit behind in match fitness levels.
Russ, do you share has his thoughts there?
Yeah, you're looking. You said completely different. Probably, maybe not 11 because Les Bishop is fit. Waddingham would probably have to start both games, I would imagine, which is good for him. More football, the better, in my opinion, for him. I don't know how fit Bowat is. Would Bowat play, do you think?
He might do 45. It depends because he's got that pain issue, hasn't he, where he's playing through a lot of pain.
Yeah.
So it depends whether if he can get through 45 or maybe half an hour, then it might be a case of, you play Shocknessy alongside Matthews and then bring him off and then bring on or start Bowat and play him for half an hour or something like that. there'll be a way to configure it that everyone, like Farrell, will be able to get some minutes as well. It'll be interesting to see if he is, because all we know is he's fit and is available to play, but he just is in a lot of pain, and he's gone to see a specialist about that. So it'll be interesting to see if he is actually ready to play yet.
Yeah. This is a game where I'd normally not give a shit, but where it's them fucking Reading lot, the part of me really doesn't want to lose.
You know, Paddy Lane's going to score, don't you?
Maybe Matt Ritchie, if the rumours are true.
Paddy Lane's going to do that, repeat that goal he scored for Fleetwood against us at the Fratton end.
Yeah.
And you've also got Omani as well.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I'm not really worried about him.
Omani, Lane, and Ritchie.
Well, that thing for me is I agree with Russ. Like I actually really want to win this game on Tuesday. I know we're going to be rotating, which again is important because I think these players need to come in. This is the game where they should show why they should be playing on Saturday if they hadn't been playing on Saturday. Why they should be playing at home to Norwich. And like if I wasn't as bothered when we lost to Millwall at home, I think it's because when you're playing against a team in your division, like they've got good quality. Don't get me wrong, Reading still have quality, but they're in League One for a reason. So for me to go out early against a League One side, I'm not being like sort of like snobby here, but you kind of need these are the games you need to be winning. And also, if we have got a relatively big squad, we still need those players on the edge of the squad to be able to get minutes, like proper minutes as well, not just like little friendlies and in-house stuff. So for me, I really, really want us to win it because, again, you never know. Did the Premier League teams come in after round one?
It depends.
Yeah.
No, only the ones that are on in Europe.
We can get United, though.
Exactly, yeah. So get a good tie, whether it's home or away. Like, to be honest, because it's like midweek, I'd prefer like a little home.
Isn't it
home tie.
north and south though?
Only for like the first round, isn't it? I think.
Is it only the first round? It's north and south.
It might be second as well, but I'm pretty sure it's not the whole way through. It's maybe the first couple of rounds.
No, I think it's maybe when all of the teams come in, so it might be second or third round. I'll have a look now and see what I can find.
Well, I suppose we'll have
second round draw. You'd soon know.
Yeah, but yeah, so I really want us to win that game, for all those reasons I just stated. But I mean, I suppose we'll have to wait and see, won't we? I mean, it's not going to be the end of the world.
Second round is also north and south. It's from the third round.
Okay. Can't get United.
So you could get, like Brighton, Bournemouth,
Joy,
or if we remember the last time,
Fulham,
like us and them lot were in the same league for a little while. Like the first time, obviously in the Premier League, we got them in the Carling Cup, Carabao Cup, whatever it was. Was that in the first round or second round?
Third round, wasn't it?
Is it? So we got them. Because we play them 4 times. Did we get in the FA Cup? No, that was the season after, wasn't it? Got them in the FA Cup. Did we get them in? We've got them a couple of cups, haven't we, in those first 2 seasons in the Premier League? But
Carling Cup, yeah. Then there was the FA Cup, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think are they bringing a lot down? Do we know if they sold out their relegation?
No idea.
They can come down and sing about us. I don't know if you guys heard the Paddy Lane song.
Fucking pathetic, and it makes me want to beat him even more.
I just found that bit there like quite weird because, I mean, it's kind of insinuating like Paddy Lane has kind of told us to do one. Like, do you know what I mean? Where it's not the same when we sing about Bishop and the Blackpool thing because he was on his way to Blackpool. Then I don't know how exactly what everything happened, but he came down here, wasn't he? It was like quite amicable, like Lane going. So it was kind of like a weird sort of weird chant. But
if Blackpool had bothered with him, he wouldn't have been here. It was simple. Right. He was there. He went there. They didn't really seem like they were interested, so he thought, "Fuck you." But also, going back to what we said about Millwall last year. The difference this year, Millwall, we played like Gavin White on his way out, Lowry on his way out, Stevenson on his way out. Like this game will have, your Yangs, your LaRue's, your Kosnevskis, your Biashini. I mean, like this is completely different to last year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. As I said, like the start of last season to this season is complete night and day with the squad we've got at the moment, and the fact that we've only come out with actually like Bishop is actually the only injury that's kind of fresh. I know like Bowat's got his pain sort of issues, which from what I read of it, it's kind of like a bit of a mental thing as well, because obviously of like some players can go through that. It's absolutely night and day. Like we've only like Bishop is the only player that's actually really picked up a knock, which is quite scary to be honest. I don't know about you boys.
Don't say that too loud. The
No.
odds will get us.
No, but I suppose should we move on to our predictions? Are we doing predictions for these games?
Yeah,
Cup
fucking
games?
why not?
Go on, and how's you go first?
I'll go 2-1 Pompey, and we'll go Jacob Farrell.
Lovely. Russ, do you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go 1-0. And just because I think this is the only player that's probably that is guaranteed to play in that is Waddingham, because if Bishop plays, he won't play Tuesday. If Bishop ain't fit, then there's no one else to play. So I'm going to go Waddingham.
Lovely. I'm going to go 3-1 Pompey, and might go left field here. Might go Pack actually. Pack's going to get one if he starts. It is, but I'm pretty sure Pack will start. To be honest.
Yeah, I'll imagine he would. But I just went a bit safer because I know Waddingham will play.
Yeah. Yeah, lovely. So, should we move on to the next segment? We're flying through this, boys. I suppose that's the difference between previewing and reviewing games, isn't it? So, I'm guessing next week will be a bit busier. But obviously, as I said, I'll be sunning
You won't
myself.
be here, will you?
I know, be sunning myself. I'll be thinking about you, boys. Trust me. I'm sipping on my old wine and eating my pasta. Russ, do you want to crack on with your little segment?
Yeah, Taskmaster this week. I think someone suggested it, but I already had it lined up, which was annoying.
No, we're very grateful for your comment. Ignore him.
I wanted to make it out like we haven't just stolen his idea if he's listening. And he asked about reviewing John Mousinho's transfers since he's been here. I was going to do Richard Hughes. Other than one signing, they're pretty much the same. So we're just going to start off with a Richard Hughes / John Mousinho transfers. Are they a failure or are they a success? There's no in between. I don't mind if you said leaning more towards success or just about a failure, whatever. But you can't go on the fence with this. I made it green and red. You boys ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah, go for it.
Right. So first one on the list is Riley Towler.
How'd you go first?
I'm going to say success, simply because he fitted the model we've gone for, which was buy cheap and young and make a profit, which is exactly what we've done. And he did make an impact in the limited time he played. So I'm going to say success.
Yeah, I'm happy with success. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that is a success for sure.
It's only because we paid so little for him. If we paid more money, then it would kind of go the other way. But the fact that we only paid 30 grand for him makes it a success because you paid literally nothing.
Also, I was meant to say at the beginning, the reason why I thought of this was because I saw someone put a list out and there was only about 3 players that was a success. The rest were failures. And apparently loans don't count, which of course they fucking do, you moron.
What? Who put that list out?
I don't know, but I didn't want to send it to you both because I wanted to keep it. I didn't want to know what you guys thought until this precise moment. But I will try and find a tweet and send it to the group.
Wow.
Anyway, moving on. Paddy Lane.
Success.
Yeah, massive success, I would say.
Easy.
Yeah. Massive part in getting us promoted to League One. Just a shame it didn't really work out in Championship. I think maybe it could have done if maybe he's getting a bit more time, but I just don't think we can take that gamble right now.
Deshaun Bernard.
Success, I think. Like, 'cause the fact we wanted him back, I mean, shows that like it was a success for us. I felt.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And it's a
Yeah.
good. If we had him, we wouldn't have got Regan Paul. So we just have to
True.
thank Sheffield Wednesday for sacking Darren Moore for that.
Matt Macy, I'm going to combine them both because I know he came back again.
Success.
Yeah, definitely success. Like, he came in when we needed him, and obviously the second stint was like, can't judge him off that, can we?
Liam Vincent.
Failure.
Yeah, I'd say failure.
Just because.
Oh, hang on. I don't even know if he signed him. That was looking at the wrong list.
That
Sorry.
was a Danny Cowley signing.
Yeah, move on.
But he's still a failure.
Here we go. Tom McIntyre.
Success, absolute success.
Do you
Well, you
want a
never know.
centre half that can't jump?
I mean,
Tom McIntyre.
I know he's been told he can go, but if he doesn't go, you never know what happens. It could turn to success.
No, Marlon Pack is over him. He's about
Yeah.
ninth on the list.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think if you're having a centre mid ahead of you, a centre back, then yeah, you can't.
If he didn't snap his ankle or whatever he did, it could have been so different.
Yeah,
But
no, definitely.
it's a complete failure. Again, I know we only paid, what was it, 70 to 100k for him?
90k.
But it's what he did last season. He just shat the bed at every single moment he was on the pitch. He was absolutely awful.
Well, that's the thing. If he had shat the bed this season, but last season got us through the last bit, got us through League One season, you'd be more swaying to a bit more of a success. But because of the injury and then what we saw of him last season, it's failure, isn't it?
Massive failure. Conor Shaughnessy.
Massive success.
One of the biggest successes we've had in a long time.
And considering he came in and he wasn't even really going to be a starting centre back, was he? Really?
He was signed as a fourth choice, wasn't he?
Yeah, unbelievable. Like, I'm so glad I got to thank his dad for creating him when I saw him at Fratton Park once.
Crikey.
I still never forget the last game against Wigan, and my boy wanted to get his shirt signed, and literally everyone was just hugging him.
Yeah.
I shook his hand and said, "Thank you. You gave me one of the best moments of my life." And he said, "I have never been thanked, hugged, kissed by other men in his life." So yeah,
welcome to Portsmouth.
Yeah, he was loving it.
He put himself into Portsmouth history, so
he's
always be.
Yeah, he's like that. Where were you with Norris and goals like that? So he's got that for the rest of his life now.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen a player in one season score so many last minute winners, literally identical to, because it's three of them, wasn't it? Wickham, Carlisle, and
Barnsley. He loves a near post run, doesn't he? And it flicks it on.
The one against Bolton as well was beautiful.
Yeah. Even his goal last season was a front post.
Yeah.
I can't remember who was against that. Was it Cardiff?
Cardiff, yeah. I think.
Will Norris.
Success for me. Obviously, I know the start of last season wasn't, but I suppose it's kind of similar what I said about Tom McIntyre. Like, if he had seen us through that League One season and then not being so great this season, just gone, then it might sway more to success. But what Norris did for us in the League One winning team, he's got to be a success.
Yeah. It's one of them. Like you said, what was he? Player, keeper of the year.
Yeah.
I can't remember if he got the clean sheets where he was in team of the season. One of the mainstays. It just baffles me that the bloke who gave me the idea put him as a failure.
Yeah.
Free transfer as well.
Exactly. And I know we let him go on a free, and I think that caused a little bit of a hurrah, didn't it? But I think it was the right thing to do at the time anyway.
I'm assuming the same for you, Has?
Yeah, if we paid money for him, I think he could sway to failure-ish. But from what he did and the fact that we paid nothing for him does make him a success, a short success in that
Ryan Schofield.
failure,
Yeah, failure.
absolute dog shit. Couldn't
Pop it on
compete.
hand. He literally had pop it on hands. Regan Paul.
Unbelievable. What a guy. Massive success.
Could have gone the other way though, couldn't it? If
Could
they,
it?
yeah,
Well, after his ACL?
yeah, it could have gone a bit like McIntyre. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could have done.
I'm assuming you say the same, Daz.
Yeah, definitely.
Gavin White.
Failure.
Yeah, that's to be a failure. I don't
That's
like when you
just
see all these.
easy.
But the thing is, when you see the stories about his off the field stuff, and it looks like he's enjoying his football out on Ireland now. So I think a lot of people need to sometimes realise what goes on off the pitch does affect some players. But yeah, on the pitch, it's definitely a failure.
Ben Stevenson.
Failure.
Failure. No fault of his own. I thought every time he played, he did okay.
Just not good enough.
He's not. Yeah, wasn't good enough to get ahead of those other centre mids. Not saying he's not a good centre mid, but he's not. He wasn't better than any of the ones we had. So
I would argue Gavin White is Messino's biggest mistake. Ben Stevenson was Richard Hughes's biggest mistake because he clearly brought him in from his Forest Green, but like background.
And I think he was always cover, wasn't he? I think that's what he was brought in for. And I don't think we could afford like another like centre mid to come in like who was actually going to compete. I think he was just that option just to be there.
Jack Sparks.
Success.
Yeah, success for me.
We brought him in for free, and I think did we sell him? Yeah, we did.
Sold him to Peterborough.
So we got a fee, and what was it? He got 8-9 assists.
Yeah,
signed as a backup left back, ended up being pretty key and had a wand of a left foot for some corners as well. So
his delivery consistently is being one of the best I've seen at Fratton Park for ages. Not forever, obviously, because we've been in the Premier League, but like his consistency of being able to whip the ball in with pace. I think a big example was the one against Reading away. If you look where he hit it there and knocks it into Bishop, and that's not just hitting and hoping. He knows what he's doing. You can tell.
Yeah, he's got one to the left foot. I really like Jack Sparks when he was there. Terry Devlin.
Success.
Yeah.
Great success.
Christian Sadie.
Success. Definitely. For me. Not you, Has? You went quiet then.
He's kind of in the middle.
What way does he lean?
He leans to success just for mostly because of Oxford.
I would agree with that because you take away, you look at it just from what did he actually do for us on the pitch? Not a lot, bar the Oxford.
If he wasn't such a lovely bloke and so good with like the community and stuff,
exactly, yeah,
then it would be different.
I'm gonna go against both of you boys here. I think he's a very unappreciated player. Like I think, especially in League One, I think was where he was the best because he could compete better physically. I think in the Championship it's a bit different. If you look at some of the centre backs in the Championship, they're absolute monsters. I feel that sort of he's a nightmare for defenders. I think he's ridiculously strong. His close control for me is top notch for me. I just feel that he probably wasn't in games as many times as he should have been. I think if he was a bit more busy, but he's not that type of player. If he was a bit more busy, I think he would have impressed more.
Definitely a League One player.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, like he did a job for us, and like that's the thing with Said in the Championship. He was never a starter. He was a player that needed to come on 20 minutes just to sort of centre backs are knackered because they've been running around the whole game, and then just have someone like Sadie like barging the hell out of you.
Anthony Scully.
failure, unfortunately. Again, no fault of his own. Injury, isn't it? And he just never got back.
Yeah, same.
Alex Robertson.
Success. Just a shame. Injury. I mean, we can say this about pretty much every player we played in that League One winning side. Unfortunately, just injury was a killer, wasn't it?
Certainly was. I'm assuming you say the same, Has?
Yeah.
Kashina Yengi.
I'd say more of a success for me, because obviously he's at the moment this is one really good season. Obviously, getting us promoted out of League One, and obviously he was just shot last season, and I think that is kind of showing at the start of this season with Aberdeen, with some of the things you've seen.
Has?
It really is hard because if you take out the emotion of the fact that Peterborough one, the fact he didn't score a single goal last season's absolutely woeful. I'm going to sway to success again, only because we paid limited amount of money for him.
Yeah. Well, I think he earned his transfer fee and more. He scored what, 14 goals?
Yeah,
30 goals, something like that.
well, that's it. League One, he was brilliant. He was unplayable sometimes, but just couldn't carry that on. And I think getting an injury at the start of the season, not starting. You never know if he'd have started against Leeds and had a good game, not necessarily scored, but had a good game. You never know where that could have taken him. But his confidence, his look in his eyes, just looked like he was absolutely shot of confidence, which is sad.
I said this in the group chat the other day. I honestly think we got a purple Yengi.
Maybe.
Yengi, if that makes sense.
Do you think it's like when Doncaster, when Marquis had that like 32 goal season?
Yeah, it was just so when we signed him, there's quite a lot of footage of the A League out there, and the fuss people making over him. I watch a lot of his games. Obviously, you don't want to put I'm not one of them like on Twitter that you see that love putting players down that you sign. You know, you jump on board, you get excited, but he had a touch that was terrible. Missed easy chances, like what we saw last season, and we just saw the other night at Aberdeen and things like that. And then all of a sudden, it was like, this isn't the player I watched. Like God, he's adapted to the English game immediately. And then now the Yengi we had last season and this season is the Yengi, the clips I saw when we signed him.
Well, I don't think maybe he's like Sadie. Maybe he's a League One player. Like, do you mean maybe that's his level at the moment? Like, it's a big jump to go from the A League to League One, starting and playing really well, to then going up to the Championship. It's a massive jump. Like, some players can deal with it. Like, I think Terry Devlin can deal with it easily, but some players can't deal with that change so many times in that short period of time.
Yeah, you see it all the time. You see
Yeah.
players they're a championship level and they can never make the Premier League. How many times they've been brought or gone promoted and just can never hack it.
Yeah.
This would be an interesting one. Owen Moxon.
Success.
Yeah, I would say success. Like he again, he didn't do so much, but he did do some important bits, but not again consistently enough. And the start of last season, I think where he gave that penalty away against Middlesbrough, um, he didn't really show anything after that, in my opinion. But yeah, I would say he's more of a success than a failure.
Yeah, I think the fact we got a fee for him helped.
I think we bought him for 100k. Again, he came in, did a job, helped us massively, especially that goal against
Yeah.
Derby. Didn't quite work out, but always felt like a cheap signing that needed to get us over the line into the summer, and that's exactly what he did. So
I think the next one's simple and quick. Callum Lang.
Great
success,
success.
great success, lads.
Yeah. Miles Pert Harris.
Success, similar to Moxon in the fact that he was brought in to do a job and did it.
Yeah. I do you know what I think what killed him a little bit was he played so well in that first game at Port Vale. He just didn't recreate that kind of game, I don't think, but he was still a success. And I think for a lot of people, he looked.
Now we shoved him on the left wing.
Yeah.
Exactly. He never got a consistent run in a particular position. He played deep, he played 10, he played on the wing, and it kept rotating. If he had got a good 5 to 10 game run in one position, we'd have really seen how good he was.
Yeah.
We just got glimpses of it because he was dropping in and out of the team, and when he was in it, he was in different positions. So
his goal at Lincoln was
Great
one
player.
of my favourite goals.
Great finish.
Just the way he won the ball in our own box, started the move, and then finished it.
Great finish.
Again, another easy one. Abu Kamara.
Success.
Too
Great
much
success.
you could probably say. Tino Angerin.
Success.
Yeah, I love Tino. I was so gutted we didn't get him back. What a player. He's moved on again, hasn't he?
Hasn't he gone to... Was it Juve we're looking at him one day?
Yeah. Is he actually gone?
Searching now.
I suppose it makes sense because if he's over that way in Italy.
He went to Torino.
Huh.
Yeah, I remember.
But he went to Empoli
Yeah,
first,
thought it was
didn't
Empoli,
he?
yeah.
So he's gone to... Yeah, he's at Torino now.
Nice.
Right. Actually, I'll take back what I said about Muse and Hughes's biggest failures, because this is probably going to be it. Abdoulaye Kamara.
I actually think that Gavin White and Scully are worse.
Really? Considering the amount we paid for Kamara?
We didn't pay what was reported, we know that.
No, but we still paid a good, 900k, something like that?
Yeah, it's an odd one, isn't it? Like, I just don't know.
Scully was a free, White was a free.
The thing's,
Scully, we paid a fee for Scully.
No, I've got it here. He's free.
We bought him from Wigan.
Yeah. On transfer market, it's got him down as... Oh no, sorry, it's got a question mark. So that's the fee. Yeah.
The things with like Kamara, like obviously Messino sort of says he takes the blame a bit for that, where he kind of changed the way we play. But even that, you expected him to sort of play a little bit more than he did. But yeah, and the thing was when he came, was it Sunderland he came on against, or West Brom, and everyone was like sort of waxing lyrical about him because he did come on and he played well, but I think we were 3-0 down at that point, and West Brom or Sunderland, whoever we were playing when he came on, was just sitting in, so it gave him time to like play and dictate play. But yeah, it's a shame, but I mean he's not gone yet, so we'll see.
Stranger things have happened.
He's not even in the country, is he?
Oh, is he not?
Well, I can still remember Cal Nate. You remember Cal Nate?
He's in France.
Obviously.
He's training now and again, going back to Paris or something like that.
Yeah.
I still remember Cal Naismith not being given a shirt number, and then look at the season he had. Right. I might actually create another thing, which is too early to tell, because you got people like Hayden Matthews.
Yeah.
Already a success. I've seen enough. Quality player.
Yeah. But we know what injuries can do to some players, so we just have to hope he comes back the player he was.
Yeah, I haven't seen enough of him yet, but I'm so encouraged about what I have seen so far.
Yeah, I would put him personally in too early to tell, leaning towards success. Bowat.
Too early to tell.
Not seen him. Too early to tell. Yeah. Schmid.
Success.
Yeah,
easy that one.
Love old Schmid.
Yeah.
It annoys me that the stadium announcer calls him Schmidt.
Oh, no, everyone calls him Schmidt.
There's no T.
No.
Idiots.
I'm still convinced if he has another season like last season, he won't be here.
I agree.
No, but that's fine because we'll have Toby Stewart by then.
I think that's the plan. I think he's the one they're looking at to take his spot, whether it's next year or the year after. Harvey Blair, maybe too early to tell.
Too early to tell.
Yeah.
Elias Sorensen.
Failure, unfortunately. I don't.
Yeah.
Again, it's one of those things where I think he did we buy him because Bishop was going to be out? I can't remember, or was he always
Yeah,
coming in?
he was brought in to replace
Yeah.
Bishop because at that point we didn't know how long Bishop was going to be out for. It could have been a year.
To be honest, when he scored against Leeds, I thought, yes, we've got a player here, and then not so.
Especially, I know the goal he should have done better, but how quick he got it out and just smashed it one.
Well, that's it, isn't it?
I was like, oh, like that's like Haaland sort of esque. Doing like,
well, that's it. They always say like hit it as early as possible. Don't let the keeper set. And obviously that's what he did. I think Melier like had a bit of a mare that day anyway. But yeah.
you had a few of them.
Yeah.
Jordan Archer.
Success.
Yes, I mean it's too early to tell success, isn't it? Really, because I bet he hasn't. I mean, to be fair, against Cardiff,
If he left, he'd done his job.
against
Didn't
Cardiff, he came on, and it could
Yeah.
have been very, 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 very embarrassing. But
and even Sheffield Wednesday, was it Sheffield Wednesday he played against?
nah.
He got man of the match against Cardiff, didn't he?
Oh yeah. No, he did play against Sheffield Wednesday, I think, didn't he? And he was getting nowhere near that Michael Smith finish. He just dived and waved at it.
No one would get near that though.
No, but even Schmidt won't get near that. I
Nah.
don't think. Jordan Williams.
Success for me.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would say there was numbers to this, and say 5 was like the lowest you could be. He's a 5 bordering on failure, but if he has a consistent season that we saw when he was like Cafu, he could easily bump himself up.
It's just his it's not him as talent wise, it's his availability that brings him down.
Yeah.
Could argue this player could argue be the signing of the whole lot, Josh Murphy.
Yep.
Massive failure.
Is that a good claim? Would you say out of every player I have named and gonna name, he is the best signing we've made under them
I think
two?
so. Yeah. Yeah. Just because I'm just trying to think of if someone's had a season like his season, like I don't think anyone really has in their first season.
And the fact that we signed him for free as well.
Yeah. But $100,000 a week though. Dazelle.
Success.
Yeah, my boy. Matt Ritchie.
Success.
Yeah, success.
Oh, hang on.
No.
What's that?
He really is on the border, I think.
Because he's sorry.
Because this is why he's not being guaranteed more minutes this season, is because although he led the press well, his leadership was very good, led the press, motivated the team, shouted up like a little girl because his voice used to break. That was great. His goal output was dog shit.
Yeah,
for an experienced player like that, you would expect, was it like 5 goal involvements all season? 6 goal involvements?
Was it score 4, assisted 1? So 5, yeah.
The thing is, that's not the end of the world for me because he did what he did on the other part is what you said as like that. I think that can sometimes be just as good as any assist or any goal because it helps. Like you saw the amount of times that you could see him ushering people forward and then inviting the press, and that's what led to quite a few of our goals. So I think that even though he didn't have a hand in the sort of actual playing in the assist, he assisted in us being able to get the ball back.
I think he's just about a success.
Yeah, I'd say literally just. Jacob Farrell.
Too early.
Yeah. Sammy Severa.
Failure.
Yeah,
failure. Ruben Swan.
Too early.
Yeah. Freddie Potts.
Success.
Again, another one that's probably too much of a success. Mark Mahoney.
So I'd say just about a success.
Yeah, he's more of a success than he is a failure. But like, I mean, he
Yeah.
scored some important goals for us, and if the rest of the team would have been better, like the way at Stoke away, and obviously when we played Oxford at home, we could have picked up a few more points from his goals.
Rob Atkinson.
Success.
I'll miss Rob.
Yeah, he's probably the only one. As much as you know, you always want to get Abu and Robbo back. But he was the one that I really thought we definitely would be signing because I didn't think Bristol City would keep him.
If Manning stayed, I don't think he would have signed a new contract.
Oh, I agree.
It was the fact that Manning had left. If Manning was there, we'd have signed him.
Yeah, I agree because everything pointed towards it. Even like the way he was talking was like he wanted to come here, but then obviously football changes and things change quickly.
Yeah,
you have to look at Paddy Lane. 1 minute he's scoring for us, next day he's gone. Ben Killip.
success.
Yeah, he's done all right. I know.
He's what I mean. To be a failure as a third choice goalkeeper, like what the fuck do you have to do?
Yeah.
Well, fair. He's brought in his third choice. I'll say his second choice now, isn't he? He always seems to be ahead of Archer. But I'm assuming is that because we're waiting for Archer to leave?
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
But he always seems to be on the bench now, doesn't he?
True.
Oh, sheesh, an interesting one.
Failure.
Yeah.
He literally did one good thing, which was that goal against Plymouth.
Yeah, he didn't do as much, did he? Like, I think he had a few more moments than that, but yeah, he was not enough for what we were hoping for.
Yeah,
all fart, no poo.
He's a failure because he didn't do what we brought him in to do. He was supposed to be that D'Alessandro. I was comparing him to him, but like what he brought was what we were expecting O'Sheesh to bring, and it didn't happen. And he shit the other night for Aberdeen.
Yeah, and to be honest, I thought in the first game he did play it, I thought he looked good, and I thought, oh, here we go. But then he just didn't really follow it through, did he?
He always looked better coming on as a sub, but then the issue is I don't know if he was meant to start as much as he did because Lang's injury.
Exactly,
yeah. I think he was supposed to come on and change the game because things aren't working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, unfortunately, O'Sheesh, as much as he seemed to enjoy his time here, is a failure. Bramall.
Success.
Yeah. No, I have to agree. Yeah, I would quite happily have signed him, to be honest. Waddingham.
Too early.
Yeah, too
early. Isaac Hayden.
Success.
Yeah, he's definitely
just about a success.
Yeah, just about. But he wasn't a failure, was he? He came in, did a job, didn't do anything wrong. He's just a success. Well, I think other than the new boys, which there's no point rating. No. I think that's it. No, wasn't that so bad. There's a lot more. Oh, hang on, I forgot a player. Cade Gordon.
yeah, failure.
Don't even need to. I can't be asked to rate him. He was that bad. Forgot he even existed. To be honest.
Have we signed Yang?
Not. I don't think so.
Oh, fuck's sake! Well, I don't understand.
Beat tomorrow morning.
We all seen the picture. You might as well just fucking announce it.
Beat tomorrow morning, I reckon. Right, they're all done there.
Yeah, that's all done. Over to you,
Right,
Daz.
my new little segment. I don't know if it's going to work or not. If it crashes and burns, we won't do it again. But so this is quick fire blind rankings. I'm guessing you guys have all seen that blind rankings when you you have what between 1 and 10, given a name or whatever, and you have to put it.
Are we doing 1 to 10?
Yeah, because they're going to be quick ones. So quick 1 to 10. So Russ, for you, I thought as you're a keeper, I'm going to give you and I tried to do it on players that you definitely would have seen. You're going to have the top 10 keepers from this list. And then after we've done that, the keepers you're going to have strikers. And
Okay.
Is this any goalies or is these Pompey goalies?
Pompey goalies. So these are ones I've just picked. Obviously, I haven't got all of them because obviously we've had 10 goalies since you've more than 10 goalies since you've been supporting Pompey. So ideally, you want them as quickly as possible to bang them out. All right. So
Yeah. Well, one quick question. Are you writing them down? Because I won't remember what
I
numbers.
am. I've got them noted down here, so I'm going to put them down. All right.
Right.
So the first keeper
Yep.
to choose from is David Ford, 1 to 10. Where do you want to put him?
Ooh. That's a hard one. I'm going to put him 6.
6. David Ford, lovely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because I don't know.
Exactly. This is the point, and I'm trying to mix them up a little bit as well. So, gonna go for your second one. I'm gonna go Alan Knight.
Just in case you might not have put the other one on the list, I've got to put him at number 1.
Okay, lovely. Next one is Shaggy Hislop.
3.
3.
Yeah.
Lovely. Right. You Dave Ford there at 6 as well, didn't you? Lovely. Right. Aaron Flahaven.
5. That's more heart than anything.
I fucking can't say his first name. Konstantinos Chalkias.
10.
10. Lovely. Number 10. Fantastic. Next one.
Cost us points. That's what you got to call him.
Jamie Ashdown.
Oh. Talk about always forgotten, underrated. No one ever talks about Jamie Ashdown. What numbers have I got? 3.
You got 2, 4, 7, 8, 9.
2, 4, 7. Oh God, he's not a 4, but then he's not a 7. Oh, I put him at 4 because that'd be horrible to put him at 7.
4, so that's Shaggy Hislop at 4. Who was that at 4? Ashdown, that's it. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mark someone down there. So Jamie Ashdown at number 4. Next one is who have I got left here? Ryan Alsop.
Oh, God. I should have put him at 10. 9.
9. Lovely. 9. Next one is Yoshi Kawaguchi.
Put him at 8.
8.
I didn't mind Yoshi, to be quite honest with you.
Yoshi Kawaguchi. Is that one done? Right, what's that one? That was 8, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we've got 2 left. Josh Griffiths.
For fuck's sake, you've definitely left him off the list, didn't you? Whatever is it 7?
All 2.
Is that 7?
Definitely isn't 2, is he? Jesus Christ!
Well,
you're gonna give me something terrible now.
No, I mixed up a little bit. David James.
Oh, thank God for that. 2. I'm well happy with that.
That's
list,
not
to be quite
bad,
honest with
yeah.
you.
Like I tried to sort of like mix them up so I could lead you down a garden path, but I couldn't. So you've gone with Konstantinos Chalkias at 10, Ryan Alsop 9, Yushi Kawaguchi at 8, Josh Griffith 7, David Ford 6th, Aaron Flahaven 5th, Jamie Ashdown 4, who was Shag Hislop 3, David James 2, Alan Knight 1. So yes,
I think that's pretty spot
that
on.
is not too bad. So right, Haz, you ready?
Yeah, let's
So
go.
as I said, I try to keep them to strikers that you definitely would know. So we're going to start off with Brett Pittman.
2.
2. I'm taking the first answer as well, by the way, just to let you know. We're going to go with who's going to go with here? Peter Crouch.
3.
Lovely. Right, next one is Oliver Hawkins.
Oh, 6.
Yeah. Another underrated player.
6. Right, lovely. Next one is David Kitson.
Ugh.
8.
8. Right, lovely. 8 it is. Ellis Harrison.
7.
Lovely. 7. Was that 7? Lovely. Todorov.
What do you think, Todorov?
I haven't seen Toddy play.
When
no.
did you start Sport Pompey?
2006, which he would have seen him play 3 times,
Yeah.
and then we got rid of him.
Right. Anyway, Todorov still, because I'm not thinking another one.
I'm going to stick him 4 just because I haven't actually seen him play and I still feel there's going to be someone else
Nah,
better.
that's fine.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fair.
Steve Claridge. You wouldn't have seen him, would you, either?
Steve fucking
I know, I
Claridge,
realised that.
is
Let me. Do
Jesus Christ.
you want to go with him or shall I think of someone
God.
else?
No,
Think
think
of-
of someone else.
Think of someone else.
Right, I'll do someone else. Craig Westcar.
Oh my God, I forgot about him.
9.
9. Who we got left? John Marquis.
10.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, I think that's a bit
He's one
hard.
of the, honestly, absolute useless sack of shit.
But
Honestly.
he was still better than Westcar.
2
No,
left.
I'd generally rather have Ghassan Ahadmi than John Marquis.
Hot take.
I can't stand how, I don't know how he's managed to keep going as a footballer for so many years.
Benjani.
1.
Right. And the last one, Colby Bishop.
I knew it.
So where does that put him?
5,
5.
yeah.
To be fair, he's not better than Benjani, is he? Or
Oh,
Toddy?
he is. He is.
So you
He
put
is.
him under Benjani, Brett Pittman, Peter Crouch, and Toddy.
Yeah, I'm actually all right with
Yeah?
that. And I love Colby,
Yeah.
but
Well, the last option is not really an option, is it? It's just in there. So, but yeah. So there's your keepers and your strikers. I don't know if you boys enjoyed that or not. We can maybe do it. Obviously, I won't be doing
Yeah,
it next week.
no, I liked it, Daz. I'm happy to carry on.
Lovely. Well, there's your quick fire blind rankings.
All right, come on, Haz.
before we move on, we've had a few comments to do with our ratings. Robbie Holt says, "No way, Sadie, but couldn't be a resounding success, but Yengi is great pod, but this time the horrid take."
What was that? What, saying that Yengi was a success?
No, Yengi is, Sadie's
Oh,
not.
right. Okay.
I thought we put Sadie as a success.
I don't think he. Yeah, I think he's.
Yeah, he's saying that Sadie isn't a success.
Oh, right. Sorry.
And then Swinney
Yeah,
has said,
I can see both sides.
Swinney has said Sorensen wasn't to replace Bishop. He was always the gamble signing, money used when sold to buy Waddingham.
Maybe, but it was weird how it was shit. Bishop's heart's gone, whereas we need to get a striker in like now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it did seem like that. Right. It's everyone's favourite time of the week. There we go. Right. Now that's gone. I can find. Right. Clue number 1. Pompey is the club I scored the least amount of goals for in my career.
That's not saying a lot, is it? I suppose. Like, that doesn't have to be a striker, does it? It could literally be a defender that scored 1 here and 2 over
Yeah,
there.
but that'd be real scummery of Haz. I know he can be a bit, you know.
Motherfucker, don't you call me
Wouldn't
a
put anything
scummer.
past him.
I don't mean a scummer as in a scummer. I mean scummery as in, you know, you can play these little tricks on us, but I don't think you stoop that low. I'm going to take on face value as a striker.
Yeah.
So who have we signed that's probably been prolific?
Oh.
Andy Cole.
I'm going to say Craig Westcar.
You think he scored that many goals away from Pompey?
Well, because when he...
What did you get, like 5?
Where did we get him from? Because when he quite prolific there? He was like Walsall or somebody, or someone like that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I thought he was quite prolific there.
Yeah. I still remember he did that mad lob over someone. I can't remember who it was
Yeah.
now. That was about the only goal I remember of his.
Sorry, it's me. Clue 2. I played with Joe Mason, Tumani Diagaraga, and Lloyd Isgrove, but not at Pompey.
All right.
Well, no one played with Lloyd Isgrove at Pompey.
No, he didn't.
Who was the second one? Who?
Tumani Diagaraga.
Oh, well, I remember him now.
Big Dave.
Big, massive. Yeah, he looked class, but it didn't turn out he wasn't.
Do you know what I had in my head for a second was David Connolly, but because Lloyd Isgrove,
That's a shout.
but was he still about? Because Lloyd Isgrove and David Connolly's massive age difference, and they wouldn't have played at Scum together. That's what I was just thinking.
Might have done. Yeah, but they might have do. That ain't a bad shout. Do it, because we've still got.
Yeah, David Connolly. Oh.
It was a good shout. So he played with Diagaraga. I don't even know who. Did we get him alone from Brentford?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember any other clubs he's played for. So I'm gonna have to ignore him. Isgrove was what?
Bolton.
Barnsley. Was it Barnsley?
Yeah, Barnsley.
Bolton.
So Joe Mason did he as well? Yeah, Joe Mason. Cardiff, Wolves.
I'm gonna have to go for Tom Craddock.
I've got someone in my head, but I don't know if it's gone. I'll wait for the next clue.
So last clue is I played under the same manager at 3 different clubs.
I think I know it is Jed Wallace.
Oh. Surely his best scoring season was with us.
I was just thinking as well, because I was thinking Kenny Jackett.
He did 15 goals.
I was thinking Kenny Jackett, because when he at Millwall, Kenny Jackett was there, and he was at Wolves when Kenny Jackett was there.
He started at Wolves, and that was, I don't think. And after Wolves, didn't he come here? Didn't he?
No, he went from us to Wolves to then Millwall, didn't
he? Yeah.
He's also.
I'm talking about Jackett. The other way around.
Jackett was at Millwall before us.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't work, would it?
No.
Huh? Yeah, no, I realised that when I said it.
And also, as I said, I'll be shocked if Jed Wallace scored. I'm sure it was 15 he got one season. Quite high, 14, 13, something like that. That's thrown me now. What was the question?
I played under the same manager at 3 different clubs.
Yeah. Paul Cook.
That's what.
Do you reckon it's got to be a Paul Cook?
What about? I think I don't know if this is right or not, but do you want me to give you?
Give me a hint.
He played in the League 2 winning team. Ginger lad up top.
Ginger lad.
Yeah, he's young Ginger. Same surname as Michael. Played centre mid. He's just now recently come onto the coaching staff of Pompey. Same surname as him.
Oh, yeah, that's a shout. Michael Doyle.
No,
Owen Doyle.
That's what you get this for, Michael. But you get this for Owen Doyle.
There you go.
Hey, there we are.
When Daz said I've got it, when I said the back to 3 managers, I can't believe he came out with Jed Wallace.
I was thinking,
especially as the answer, what the first clue was, the least.
Yeah, but being at Wolves, Millwall,
the Wolves he sucked at.
Well, Millwall and West Brom, maybe. I don't think.
I'm gonna have a look and see if he scored more.
He probably did
somewhere.
I should have thought about it.
Right, Robbie's confirmed. He's updated us. He said, "Sorry, lads, terrible use of the comma. Sadie for me is 100% a success, and for me, Yengi is just about not."
cheers.
But the amount of goals he scored and got us up, for me, just justifies the fee.
That's the problem with a comma, though, isn't it? A comma can really like punctuation can play massive games.
True.
But fair play, Robbie. Cheers.
Cheers, Mr. Nicholson, the teacher from Winchester.
Yeah, so Jeb Wallace, his last season for us, scored 17 goals. I'll be amazed if he scored 17 goals
Probably.
in one elsewhere. No, he didn't.
All right, we get the hint. I'm wrong. All right, we get the hint. We get the hint. All right. Lovely. Right, let's move on then. And do we have any other business? Did anything happen this week? Is there anything?
Got a couple of bits.
Yeah.
You've got the article in the Sunday Times that was written with an interview with Michael Eisner, and the title was very misleading. So the title of the article, which Michael Eisner has absolutely nothing to do with whatsoever, in case you thought he so, was how Lord Farquaad saved Disney and Pompey, which implies that Michael saved Portsmouth, which he knows he didn't. We know he didn't. And it doesn't actually say in the article at all the fact that he saved Pompey. So it's a massively clickbaity headline. He does kind of mention he wants us to be in the Premier League again, and would we like us to win the FA Cup? He says, of course, but he doesn't seem to be in any rush in that answer as such, as if to say he won't be, it's a slow and steady process, which is what they've been following ever since they've arrived anyway. Yeah, just wanted to kind of mention that because I saw it got some traction online. People, saying that he said that he saved Pompey. He didn't. It's just a clickbait headline made by the editor to get people to read it.
Because I read it.
And it worked because people read it. Got people that didn't read it got upset about the headline because they didn't actually read the article.
I was trying to find where he said it. I'm like, where have you fucking
He
said
didn't.
it? I know. I didn't know that at the time. When I see people going mad about it, I was like, I've got to read this article. And then I was like searching and going, am I being stupid? I can't see it anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. And then just from the fans forum on Monday, which obviously Daz you went to.
Did he? Oh, you should have said.
I'm surprised he hasn't mentioned it. The main points I took some notes while listening to it was that Cullen mentioned the fact that the club have now put £800,000 into the academy. With Premier League funding, it's gone over $1 million, close to 1.2. The porter cabins have been upgraded, so the academy players have their own common room, their own dressing room, and academy areas, which they haven't had before. So they've got their own area, which I think is probably quite a good thing to have. They should have their own area away from the first team. Messino admitted that they're looking to strengthen under Bishop, but it's hard to find a player that knows that they aren't going to be starting every week, and compared it to Spurs, as he is a Spurs fan, to Spurs trying to sign another striker under Harry Kane, knowing that Harry Kane will be starting every week. Hence why they went through Vincent Janssen, Clinton and G and those dog shit players. We don't want to do the same. Messina also said there'll be a mixture of loans and permanents coming in. He mentioned, which Russ picked up on as well, was the mention of the Spurs under 21s, which has then proven to be true, as Chris Wise reported yesterday, that we have agreed to sign Yang Min Hyuk, the South Korean under 21 international from Spurs on loan for the season, who's predominantly a right winger, but can play anywhere across the front three. Also said that adding Michael Doyle to the coaching staff was a great choice. They were looking to add someone else, and adding someone with some experience. He also called him a tough git, and they didn't want any old person. They wanted someone with some fire and fight that could kind of show to the players that you need some passion and some grit and determination to play for Portsmouth and to coach for us. And
Not just
now you've got Messino, Harley, Zesh, Michael Doyle, and then our very own little Jack Russell in Joe Perdomo. We've now got quite a fierce bench, and I wouldn't want to take them on if I was anyone else.
But do you think another reason is for them lot down the road games? I know Doyle never played in them, but he's played in enough derbies in his time, and he
Yeah,
played in one of the bigger ones. One of the biggest ones in the Sheffield derby. Do you think that's a big reason why they brought him in? Was
maybe as long as he can 2 foot Will still on the sideline, then it's no problem.
beautiful. Oh, we love Doyle anyway, so
Well, yeah, exactly, and obviously that's now his third stint at the club. Obviously, one as the player, second was as the academy phase coach, and then he left again a couple of years ago, or last year, in fact, I think it was last year or the year before, and then he's come back again. Cullen again said the fact that they're going to keep developing the training ground and make it into an elite performance centre. There's a few things that they've tweaked over the summer that are kind of that the players have requested, just to make it a better thing, a better workplace for them. Sorry.
which makes
Um,
the fans that laugh at that.
yeah, they also mentioned the fact that we had to spend over £1 million to get the backup water system ready. That big old silver tank down by the fan zone. Again,
That's what that is.
he wasn't. Yeah, it's a backup system that's needed for
My
health
boy
and
asked me
safety.
Saturday, and I went, "Oh."
I thought it was just a big beer keg ready. Um, some people, certain selection of the fan base, were saying that he was bragging about it. He was simply stating the money and what they spent the money on. He wasn't making it a big, oh, look what we've spent. He was just telling people where the money has gone and what they've spent it on. It wasn't a brag at all. I don't really understand it, but that's what those people want to believe. Messino also said there has been work. Oh, he's going to work off a couple of options for the vice captaincy behind Marlon, obviously with Matt Ritchie leaving. When Marlon isn't going to play, he's got for a few different. He's used a few different names during pre-season. Obviously, Regan Paul's worn it last year, and during pre-season, Josh Murphy had it in the last friendly. But he's more looking at like a leadership group that of different players that can step up, and he has a list of players that can step up. Josh Murphy isn't someone for me who I see as a captain. Not necessarily your performance wise, you can see it, but I don't know. I don't really see him as a leader. I don't think you should have your talisman like that, your flary kind of player as the captain. Um, for me, it's like it's a really easy choice, and it's Regan Poole. I don't see past him. I don't know what you boys think.
What about Shotnessy?
No, I think Regan Poole's got more leadership qualities personally.
Just trying to think, like looking around the pitch. Well, Murphy
Potentially
did impress me as captain Saturday. He did.
Connor Ogilvie, maybe.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't think the captain's armband is what it used to be anyway. To be honest, I think there's loads of different ways players now can like lead, and that's through obviously like work through like sort of not bollocking each other, but getting people going like vocally. Or there's players that will do it that through sort of an example of how well they're playing. So for me, I'm never too bothered that much about the captaincy anymore. I mean, like when Pat came in, it was really good to have him to have it because you got a Pompey boy on it, mate. And he is a sort of looks like a captain. And like going on now, it's not. I'm not bothered. Like I'd rather the captains be chose by the players, and hopefully, or maybe that's something that Messino's picked up. It's usually what a manager or a coach will do is obviously see what's going on around the training ground, who's leading stuff, and that kind of thing, and then they natural leadership qualities, and then they might give them that, but. Yeah, I'm not overly bothered. But if I had to choose, it would be either Paul or Shocknessy. I'd give it to.
Cullen also talks about the feasibility study for the bridge. We should have the results by the end of this year. We're just over 6 months into it. Basically, the documentary that was touted won't be happening. Both Messino and Cullen both said that they wouldn't be comfortable with cameras and microphones being inside of the dressing room. Boys, anything you disappointed about that, or are you quite happy to not have a documentary?
It'd be nice to, but I'm not asked.
Daz?
No, it doesn't really bother me. I mean, I think the sort of boat has gone unless you've got like a unique selling point. I know the Birmingham one has come out, but they've got Tom Brady as a selling point, haven't they? If they did it, they did it.
Yeah, but that's just made him look like a massive
A little
prick.
bit,
So
yeah. I think that's. I, 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 I don't actually understand why people are like surprised that he is like that, because if you want to be one of the best ever quarterbacks in American history, you've got to be a little bit of a prick because you need that sort of mentality to make it to the top.
I had no interest watching it anyway, but I've seen the clips of him, and I'm sorry, I don't count NFL as a top tier sport. All he did for a career was throw a fucking ball.
But that's how you like in America. It's like it's the biggest and the best position probably in sport in
Oh,
America, isn't
no, I
it?
know,
So like,
like the
yeah,
position, but you don't even run around, do
no.
you? I mean, you just get the ball and lob it. Don't get me wrong, great to have you've got to have a good arm to do something like that, but it's not as impressive as the Yanks make it out to be, in my opinion. I've got more respect for those who are smashing into each other.
last few bits before I bore everyone. Messino's looking forward to the South Coast Derby, as he knows that it's not just Needle on the pitch. It's obviously it all started off the pitch. He said he's not really played in a lot of derbies. The most notable was Preston versus Blackpool, which is absolutely nothing compared to what he's going to witness. When talking about being people moaning about us being physical and knowing the dark arts, we had that a lot last year. I think from Frank Lampard, I think Mark Robbins as well.
Yep.
Crying about it. He says it's a positive. Messino takes it as a positive and as a compliment, rather than getting upset about it, which Mark Robbins beautifully did for us. And then we had Daz. Your little question, Darren from Winchester.
From Winchester.
Are you still smiling
Yeah,
from ear to
buzzing
ear?
about. I have replayed it quite a few times, mainly because I was so worried that when I said the what's going on in those meetings line, that no one was going to laugh at all. It was going to be tumbleweed. So to have that laughing, and obviously have John and the rest laughing. I mean, obviously fair play to everyone who like asked a question. I think I don't think there was really any question where you thought that's a bit of a weird one or anything like that. I think the questions, majority of them were really sensible, asking decent questions. The reason I wanted to ask that is because I wanted a question where I thought was going to get the most out of it, and I felt that they could go into more depth about that. It's like stuff about business and players coming in and out. Just don't feel the like manager or the sort of chief executive can go into massive detail because of some things need to be held back. So yeah, I wanted to ask that, and then I think I said to you guys when I started talking, I looked up, I saw Cullen, Messino, Moon, Pack, and Sadler all just staring at me, and all of what I thought, just please don't mess this up, just talk normally. But
Imagine if your voice had a little voice
well,
break. Hi, it's Darren.
I used to have a really bad stammer when I was a kid, and it sometimes still comes out now if I get nervous or try to talk too quickly. You'll notice I say quite a lot, and I think that's down to me slowing myself down and talking, and then without stuttering and stammering. So I was like, please just don't sit there going hi, John, because it used to be that bad. So but yeah, I was absolutely buzzing. It was good.
And you still are. You're getting all. I can tell you're blushing
I am.
already.
I am. And that might be down to the sunbed I had earlier, but yeah.
um,
But
yeah.
disappointing there weren't no silly questions this year. There normally is.
Nah.
Well, the one that I went to a few years ago was when Cowley was the manager, and you had Clark Robertson was in charge,
Oh, that was horrendous.
and that was when we had the season ticket in the Milton End saga,
Which
with that bloke getting upset about that, and then you also had another bloke told that Clark Robertson he was a shit captain and he's nothing like Michael Doyle.
Why
it was quite funny.
So yeah, so it was disappointing.
It was more of a how it should be, more of a plain, calm fans forum.
Yeah. Right.
I'll just thing I want to address quickly. That's the morons on Twitter that I'll have to call out once a week now.
Narrows it down.
And that is this week. I'm going to moan at them for those few that can't grasp why anyone would pay a club for a 36-year-old, and it's more important to get a player who's on 15 grand a week off the wage bill than it is getting a stupid fee that no one's going to pay. The amount of, well, I say the amount, just it makes it sound like there's loads, but even one's enough. But I see people going on, oh, if we don't get a fee, we should let him go. So we literally pay Richie almost $750,000 a year in wages.
Yeah.
I'd rather have that off our wage bill and put into a transfer.
And I think sometimes getting the wages off is like a fee in itself, really.
Well, it is. It's like nearly £1 million you're going to get just from getting rid of him. And no one's going to pay for a 36-year-old. They're not. So what are you going to get? $1,000, if that? What's the point?
I think I understand, because you look at it at the point of view, you're literally letting a player go for free. You're literally tearing up a contract. However, as you said, no one's going to pay that. And the other option is you keep him. One, you're paying a shit ton of money for someone that's not going to play. Two, it's going to have an influence on your dressing room, because Matt Ritchie might be a very good professional, but him being naturally, he's going to be annoyed, pissed off that he hasn't got to move away, and he's going to be not playing because he's been told, he's not been told he's not going to play. He's been told he's going to be playing in a reduced capacity. So he's going to be in and around the training ground, and someone with that influence is going to make a difference on other players. So are you wanting to cause problems in, which is probably one of the best dressing rooms we've had, is as in squad togetherness and harmoniously, you're willing to sacrifice that just to keep a guy because you don't want to sell him for free? It just doesn't make sense to me.
No, it really don't.
It is a shame that he's going, because I'd rather have Matt Ritchie than not have Matt Ritchie. But from what Messino has said, it was an amicable conversation at the end of the season, which he did with every single player. Messino stated the fact that he would be playing less. Matt Ritchie said, I want to be playing more. There's not a compromise they can come to. We'll help you facilitate a move elsewhere then, if that's what you'd like. Yes, please. Okay, done. We'll help you move. It hasn't happened quite yet, but I'm sure it will. We've still got a month, 3 weeks before the window finishes, so we've got plenty of time for him to go.
Yeah, no, exactly. Right, I think that's a good one to round it up on. Are we all good? Anything else? Any other business?
No.
That's it.
Lovely. Right. Well, thanks guys for joining us this evening. If you're joining us on X Spaces, or if you're listening to us on all your podcast channels, thank you very much for popping by and having a little listen. Anyone travelling to Oxford, safe travels. Obviously, it's not far, but hopefully you'll be coming back with 3 points. Anyone obviously going to the Reading game, just enjoy it. Hopefully we can get through to the next round. Obviously, next week I'll be enjoying myself in the sun. But Russ and Haz, hope you have a lovely week. Don't miss me too much on the pod next week. But yeah,
we'll try not to.
Yeah, merci. Well, that's French, but never mind. Buongiorno. But anyway, yeah, everyone, thank you guys, and see you later. Pompey.